Okay, well, I am back. So I'm not sure why they kicked me off there, but it happens. It's just waiting to see if anybody else is back on with me. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, Angie. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going where I left off before, okay? So this was the next card I did. I apologize for that little bleep in the middle. And here's those little pieces that with that die I was talking about. So they lift up. Okay, hopefully this doesn't, I don't know what the issue is. Anyway, okay, so this was the next card I did. The acetate paper and the designer series paper. Then I did the same, basically the same card in pink with the designer series paper. This is the Rococo Rose foil paper or acetate paper. This one I didn't cut out. I just used our blending brushes and added some pink to it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Glad everybody can see me. Just going to make sure here that I am on. There we go. Okay. So this was another sample that I did. This one's really cute. I like this one too. Okay, so this one, you can see that I changed to the Seaside Spray and the Misty Moonlight. And I did the matching envelope. Now watch this. This says just for you. And I used our layering stitch dies here. This actually pulls out and it is some flower seeds. And inside it says with love for you. So that's another one that I did. And then inside, the world is a better place because of you. So that was the next one I did. And then if you remember my last video, I did the always card and I cut it. Remember this one? And it was cardstock and designer series paper. Well, I started thinking there must be a way to do that without cutting it or cutting it as one piece. So that's what I did with this card. I'm going to show you this one. So it's basically, there's that angle, right? It's done with designer series paper. And you open it that way. So this is not cardstock and then designer series paper. It's one piece of designer series paper. So again, this was with cardstock. And then I made that extra flap. You could do this one, the same thing with cardstock. But then I decided to try it with cardstock. I mean, with designer series paper. I'm sorry, I'm off to the side here trying to see my comments, which I can't see from everybody. So, oh, there we go. Okay, got the comments back. I don't know what is up with that. Okay, so this is the featured card. It's going to be a different way to do that same fold that I showed you on Friday. So that was my next one. Now you can see here's all those cute little die pieces cut up again. And when I first saw this, I was like, how did they color all that? Well, when I say they, I meant in the catalog. It's not. It's this designer series paper. So we're going to do that right now. Okay? All right. So let's put that aside. And let me show you how I did this card. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is bring in my paper trimmer. I am going to bring in, I think I'll use this paper, changing it up a little bit. Now it has to be 5.5 by 12. So I've used some of this. So let me make sure that I got, yep, I got just the 12 inch. Okay, but it's got to be 5 inches, 5.5 inches. And by the way, I know sometimes I'll say a measurement when I'm talking to you, and then I put the actual measurements in the description. Sometimes when I'm talking, I forget what I'm talking about. 5.5, okay? So this is 5.5. I'm going to use this side actually, but 5.5, let's get this out of the way, by 12. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this back in, and I am going to score this. I am going to score it at 4.25. Four and a quarter, and then I'm going to score it at 8.5. 4.25 and 8.5. Got that? Okay. All right. So those are my score marks. That's going to make my base card. Remember, I'm going to use this side as the front. And what I'm doing is I'm just folding it over. And I'm going to take my bone folder and make sure I get nice crisp edging here. And then I'm going to fold it here. Okay. Now I'm going to bring it into the track again. And I want to do it at, I want to put some tick marks in here, just like I did on Friday. I want to go to 2 3/4. Stand up for this. Put a little tiny mark right there. Okay. And then I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to do one on this side at 2 inches. Oh, let's just leave it in there and do it at the bottom. So there's my 2 inches, and then 2 inches down here. Okay. And then I'm going to take angle to angle, point to point, right here to right here where those little tick marks are. Oh, this is better. I can stand up. I feel much better standing up with my camera the way I'm doing it. Okay. And then the same thing, tick mark to tick mark. I'm going to slice that off. Look at that. There you go. It's the same as this envelope card that I did, the triangle fold or envelope card that I did. But now I'm using designer series paper. I'm just going to see if I have any questions here. Okay, all right. So there is my new card, and I'm just going to smooth that out a little bit. So remember, this was cardstock, and then I had to cut this piece of designer series paper, but this is with designer series paper the whole way through. All right, so now I'm going to grab a couple of different things. We need some white, Whisper white, and of course this is 4 by 5 1/4, our normal size. You need one for each here, right? For when we're done. That's what we're gonna do. So it's gonna look like that. Isn't that great? I know. Okay, now I'm gonna bring in a piece of white, and I am going to stamp. So I'm gonna bring in this little guy first, and I'm gonna do him in Old Olive. So let's bring that up here. Yes, you can see both sides of the designer series paper. That's what I like about it too. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I am going to ink this up. I'm doing it in Old Olive because I want it, the Old Olive part there. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my little let's see, can I fit him in here? I might have to bring in the, nope, I got to bring in the big guy. Let me bring in the big guy. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my Big Shot, my embossing machine, and I am going to cut this out. And let me just show you what I'm doing with that. Okay, so here's the die. And I'm just going to cut that piece out. I'm trying to think, do I want, before I cut it out, let me stamp it again. Because I'm thinking I'm doing two things here. All right, let me go back and get the leaf part of it right here. Because I want to change something, I think, on this. And let's just do this. Okay, now I got that color on there. Now I'm going to run it through the Big Shot, or the embossing machine. And let's just see where this is. Give me 1 second while I cut that. Okay, let me bring it in. I just want to bring it in here because I'm really curious to see if my table doesn't shake as much as it normally does. I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to cut that. Bring that right through. Okay. All right, let's see. So there is that piece. I'm going to put that back. Then I'm going to bring in my little embossing machine. And I'm going to use this piece. And you're going to see how cool this is. Okay, so this little strip that I have here, I'm just going to cut a piece of this. It's going to go right in there. Now, of course, it's too big for the baby machine, so I'm going to cut it down a little bit. All right, so there's that piece. And then let's just put that right through here. You don't have to actually line anything up because there's nothing to line up. Okay, you're just going to get some flowers on there. But this is the cool part. So I see my table's not shaking, which I'm loving. Okay, so when you get this piece, you're going to poke this out with those little holes there. Put him over here. And there's the hydrangeas. Before I start poking those out, though, I think I'm going to want to add some Stella. What do you think? Stella? We know how much we love our Stella. I literally just got finished doing these like an hour before the video or the live, so I'm just going around here and adding some Stella to this just to give it some shimmer. And then what you do is you turn it over the other way and you poke those little guys out. Not all the way out. You're just poking them enough to give it a 3-dimension. Ta-da! Isn't that great? Now, I'm going to do quite a few of them. And now you can see these little pieces, hopefully you can see them, they're lifted up. So you got dimension to your card. It is so cool. All right. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue this down. Now you can just glue it flat down, or you can pop it up on some dimensionals. So I think let's try dimensionals. Because, whoop, let's try some dimensionals. This is a whole new thing for me today, standing up while I'm on camera. Usually I'm sitting down, but as everybody knows that they've come to my classes, I'm a stand-up stamper. So then you're just gonna find the way that it fits on here the best. There is a little notch I found earlier. So you wanna look for one of the little notches. And see, I think it's this one right here. There we go. Is that it? No, that's not it. It was a lot easier to see when the wasn't such a, there we go. Got it. So it's this little guy right there. And you can just put him right on here. Okay. And then we're gonna put him right on here. I want it off because I want it to look like it's on the white. So I'm gonna put it there. So I'm gonna flip that over. I'm gonna add some more dimensionals. And if I'm not answering you, it's just that I don't want to mess up this video by getting, I don't know if by moving it really makes it buffer, but okay, so I'm gonna put some dimensionals on here. Remember, you only want to put the dimensionals where it's not going to, because I don't want it on that side. Okay, that's about right. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna take this off, and this, and this. I'll take that white away because I got a stamp on that yet. I'll put this right there. And I think my dimensional might be showing a little bit, so then you just take your pick tool and just push it right back in there. Another little trick. So when I'm done, it's gonna look like this. Okay, how's that look so far? All right, so now I'm gonna bring in my stamps again, and I am gonna do just a little more stamping. I'm gonna go in the old olive. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna bring in that leaf part. Right there. I am going to bring in this little, I call it a little blobby. You know how I am with wording. Okay. I'm going to ink that up. And I really don't care about this one. I just want it to cover the flower. So it doesn't have to be perfect, and it's actually larger than the stamp itself. Okay, so don't try to get it perfect. You're not gonna get it perfect. But I just wanted it like that. So the reason I'm having it like that is because when I put this in there, look, it gives it a background or a shadow effect. Now I'm just gonna check my messages here. Yay, everybody seems to like it. Thank you. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in some of the sentiments. So how about You Make Me Smile? I'm doing this in Gorgeous Grape. Oh, that was also, this was Highland Heather, and this was Old Olive. So I am going to put this, I don't want to glue it down yet because I'm still stamping. I'm gonna do You Make Me Smile. All right, now I think I can put it down. Put it right in there. All right, so let me get my adhesive. And I am going to put that right here. So when it closes, again, it gives it a little shadow effect. Trying to see it. Oh, you like that? Oh, thank you. Okay. So then when you open it up here, this is going to be inside. Let's see. You make me smile. How about the world is a better place because of you? We need these kind of cards right now, don't we? Okay, so the world is better because of you. Now I'm not going to re-ink this. I'm just going to leave it the green and put it right here. It's just going to give it a little bit of a shadow or a little effect there. That's going to go on the inside. Right? And you really can, what's really nice is now you're showing off both of the designer series paper. But for me, I wanted to do a little bit more on here. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna bring in this little guy right here. And I'm just gonna make sure that we're still on track. Good. Okay. And I'm always talking about these sheets and I always forget to show them to you. So these are adhesive sheets. I'm going to pull one out. When you have a real intricate die, these are great. So they are 6 by 12 size. They're in the annual catalog. I'm going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to bring this in real quick and show you, for those of you who've never seen them, move this. I've got a little piece of old olive here. And I'm just going to line this up a little bit. I just want a smidgen of this. Don't need the whole piece. So I'm just going to cut a little piece like this. And then cut a little piece like this. Okay, that's all I need. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to peel where it says peel here. Now this piece goes away. This is your sticky side. So this is for those intricate dies. If you've never used this, this is really great. I'm going to bring in my piece of cardstock. I'm going to lay it right on there. Pull the rest of it off. I know it's not even, but I don't care because I'm cutting it. Okay? So I'm going to bring in my little baby embossing again. Move it up a little bit more. And then I am going to put this on here. Let me put that right here. I'm going to run this through. Keep watching in the laptop to make sure that I'm still on there. So when you pull this off, okay, this is what's so cool about it. When you pull it off, you're just going to take those pieces out you don't want. Our adhesive sheets are great for these kind of dies, so you don't have to play around with glue. I'm just going to pull that off. Pull that off, and then you just peel off one side. This is a really thin die, so it might take a few minutes, especially since I'm so far from the camera. Let me just get back. All right, so once you get a piece going, you just pull that off and it's sticky. So now this is sticky. So now I am going to lay this right over here. So you see the dimension that it added to that? And it's already sticky. So let's see if I have any comments. Oh yeah, everybody loves those sheets. Gotta have those sheets. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie a nice little bow. I only need a little bow. So I'm just going to try this here. So you see, now remember the little trick. You hold the tails down together and pull at the same time. Okay? Hold the tails with your fingers here and pull. And then you can pull it together and it makes a nice little bow. Hold the tails down with your 2 fingers there and pull. And then we're just going to cut this. I'm going to have to trim this again. The bow might be too big, but we'll just wait a second and see. I'm going to put that right here. Yeah. I want a little bit smaller, I think. The tails are too long. So let me just cut that. There we go. All right. I'm going to put this right here. And I'm going to use some glue dots, which I should have right here. Or maybe they're on the other side. There they are. All right, so I'm just gonna grab some glue dots. I can't wait till I retire and get my new setup down here, because everything will be in one place. How nice is that gonna be? Of course, it's also quite a few months away, but girl can dream. Okay, and then I'm gonna put that right there. Okay, so now we have a cute little bow there. But you know what it's missing? Some doodads. Need some doodads. Okay, somebody said they're A4 sheets. Well, I just know that they're 6 by 12 inches. I'm pretty sure of that. The adhesive sheets. Whatever they're called. I love them. Okay, so now let's grab some of these gorgeous grape pearls. Add a little bit too. So there you go. Same kind of fold, but just with one sheet of paper. And you could use cardstock instead of designer series paper. But the great thing about the designer series paper is you get to see both sides. What do you think of that one? Do you like it? Lots of pieces here. Okay, so we're going to bring in an envelope because I have to make an envelope with every card. Otherwise, I run around trying to find a matching envelope. So we're going to do that. Now, this is the strip I have left. I don't need the whole strip, obviously, but I'm going to cut it what I don't need, and I'll be able to use it for something else. So I want to go ahead and do my envelope right now. Make my matching envelope. And I'm just going to cut this off and trim this. Remember, still shots will be on my blog, stampersdelight.com, tomorrow. And also on Facebook, either later tonight or tomorrow. As will the dimensions, although there's not a lot of dimensions for this card. But so nice. Nice little, just want to mention too, you can just make it as a note card, have it this way, and then inside write a whole note to somebody. And there we have the card with the matching envelope. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Karen. So one more thing we'll do real quick. Remember I showed you this one. This is my card on the fly because I have no clue what we're doing. Remember I showed you this. And when I cut this, I ended up with these two pieces. from the circles, right? So let's do something with that. Not sure what, but let me just try, okay? So let's see, we got designer series paper here. Maybe something a little bit different. I'm not really a fan of, oh, I know what I wanted to show you. Okay. The acetate pieces. You got Rococo Rose and you got the grape, right? Look at this. You can turn those around and use them as silver. Did you realize that? I didn't until it fell on the floor and flipped over. So you could use this as silver if you want. So how about we do something with that? Let's see what we can do with that. Okay, well, let's try. Card on the fly. I'm going to cut this at 4 inches. Five and a quarter. I might have to cut it down if I change my mind on what I'm doing, because since I'm not sure what we're doing yet. But this is the way I got to get started. Let's see what color I have here. I have this. I have the Highland Heather. I have a piece of, whoop. I have a piece of, oh no, I don't want to use purple. Do I want to use purple? How about mixing the purples with the blue? Let's see how that would look. Not a fan. Okay, so I'm going to go back to one of the purples. I think that might be the one right there. Let's see what everybody's saying. Ah, Karen, you've been waiting for me to use this sweet. I heard you ask. Okay, I'm just going to fold this in half, even though I would whoop, I keep forgetting. I got to move it up higher. I'll get there. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the blue. Actually, I kind of like it. The blues and the purple. What do you think? Blues, you like the blue and the purple? It's a little different. I just don't think I like the purple with the blue underneath. Actually, now I do. Now I really like it. What do you think? Because now you can see that misty moonlight through the paper. Okay, we're going a different way. Let's try it this way. Actually, that kind of looks pretty nice. I got some white on here, so I'm trying to get all the white. I'll just flip it around. Okay. All right, so let's bring in some ribbon. You like the purple posy? Maybe white, blue and purple. Yes, the blue. Okay, blue, blue. Looks like the blue one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, let's see. Okay. Well, somebody mentioned putting white behind it. Let's see. Ooh, you might be right. Okay, how about that with the white behind it? That brightens it right up, doesn't it? Good call. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. White or no white? White or no white? Whoop. White or no white? Okay, I'm waiting for this. Let's see. White or no white? Nobody. Okay. Yes. Blue. Yes. Love the white. You like the white? The white? Okay. Looks like the white wins. No white. White. Okay, so far the white's winning, so we're gonna go with the white. So that's gonna go right on top of here. And the cool thing is, I'm just gonna put a little glue right there to keep it on top. So it's not gonna have any white border, but you see that now, you can see it better. You can see the purple better. Right, okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a little glue here, a little adhesive here. I'm gonna wrap it around there. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the rest of that ribbon yet, but I just want to put some ribbon on it before I glue it down. Remember, this is leftover pieces, so now I don't like to have leftover pieces. I like to use my leftovers while I'm still using that suite or stamp set. Otherwise, I put it away and I forget about it. Okay. Now, I'm going to put those right in the middle here, just like this. So this one, I am going to go ahead and glue flat down. Right in the center. And this one, I think I'll glue it down too, because I got an idea. And there's that other pretty side to it with the seaside spray. I'm gonna go ahead and put that right here. Okay. Now I am going to grab, let's see, I've got a piece of purple posy, but do I want to use purple posy? Or do I want to use my seaside spray? Okay, I'm going to go with the purple posy. I'm just going to cut a little piece here. Actually, I'm going to make it even smaller, maybe 3/4. So this is another scrap that I'm cutting over on the side here. So it's 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to bring in my banner punch. Whoops, would help if I open that up. I know the purple ribbon is not only gorgeous, but it is so great to use, so easy. So I'm going to punch a little banner here. I am going to cut that. I only need a little small banner. Maybe I'll do the banner on both sides. Remember, this is playtime. So I'm just going to put that right back in there. And do the banner on both sides. Not quite straight, but that's all right. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to grab this cute little die. Look at this little die. It is so cute. And let's just make sure I'm still rolling. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to take this little die right here. And I am going to run that through my little little machine. And let's see. What scrap do I have here? Actually, I'm thinking, what do you think about those two colors? Okay, hold on. We're going to try something else here. Let's just try another color. And I'm thinking I might like this better. Okay, I'm going to bring in my banner punch again. Remember, this is a 3/4 inch. I'm thinking I might put that right here. Just going to snip this off. I'm not going to do a banner on the other side. Oh yeah, I think this is it. I'm going to take that piece that I decided not to use. I'm going to bring in my mini embossing. I'm gonna bring in, let's see if it fits on here. I'm gonna bring in this little guy right here. Yeah, it just fits, because I am not gonna waste that little piece. And I am going to run this through. I have a giveaway at the end, so you're going to want to stick around. And now I have this cute little piece. Oh, yeah. Yep. Liking that. And I am going to grab one of the little tiny bitty sayings. How about, let's see, I'll make this a thank you. This thank you card is for all of you for tuning in. How's that? I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight. I should use my mat, but I'm not. And I am just going to stamp thank you. And then I am going to glue this one down, just like that. And then I'm going to grab dimensionals. 2 dimensionals should be plenty on this little guy. Put that right in there. I'm going to grab a piece of white for the inside. And since I don't know, let's see. I'm just going to grab some more of the... wonder how this would look. I'm going to do some... Ooh, this fits nicely in the corner. Look at that. Oh, yes. Check that out. Fits right in the corner, so you can make a nice little corner. And then you can write your message inside, right in here. So that's going to be on the inside. Like that. What do you think? Oh, thank you. I know the acetate is just stunning. Okay, so there we have that. I was gonna tie a bow here, but I don't think it needs a bow. What it does need is a couple of these little pastel pearls that I like so much. And I'm thinking these would be too dark. So I'm going to go with the Seaside Spray ones that are on there. And we'll strategically put those where on the dark part of the acetate. I always like to put one on my sentiment too. And then let's see. Put one right here. All right. Great little thank you card using up my little scraps. And of course, if you wanted to, you could color these in with Wink of Stella. So why not, right? Let's see what happens. Add some Wink of Stella there and it just pops right out. Look at that. I mean, you don't have to, but any chance time I can add Wink of Stella, I do. All it needs. No bow but doodads. I agree, Judith. And there you go. So for this little card, I think I will make the envelope, but I'm not going to use Designer Series paper. I am just going to grab that little flower that I just used. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to add some little flowers here on the corners of the envelope. There we go. And there we have it. So did you enjoy Hydrangea Hill? I absolutely love this. So like I said, only one suite left to go. So Monday night I will do Well Suited Friday morning, Facebook Live at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have something else planned. So let me bring in the cards again real quick. So that was our card on the fly. Then we had our new one fold fun fold with the Designer Series paper. Which one's your favorite so far? Another one with the Designer Series paper. Great way to use up old Designer Series paper too. And then of course we have this one, which is where we got those circles from, with the little packet of seeds. I didn't have hydrangea seeds. I don't even know if they make hydrangea seeds. I'm not a gardener. Maybe one of you gardeners out there can tell me. But I did have these packet of seeds there, so. Oh, you're welcome, Kathy. And then, of course, we have the pink with the Rococo rose. And there's some of those little flowers that I had cut out with that one die. And then here's another with the purple. And there's that little tag that I like so much. And then we have this one, a little thank you. I do like to make thank you cards because I go through so many. And then this one. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching tonight. And again, I will have still shots on my blog and on Facebook either later tonight or tomorrow. And for tonight's giveaway, don't forget to check out my online classes and my mini retreat. And please don't forget to share my videos. I have 330 days till I retire, and I do Stampin' Up! Full time. So I'm gearing up now. So thank you all for watching and tuning in. And now, and I have to watch over here, I have the Heal Your Heart Celebration Set with a number on the back. And you can all start guessing right now. 1 through, how many people are watching? Well, we don't want to go that far. Let's see, 1 through 30, 1 through 25. Start guessing now. If you can't see me, it's because I'm watching who's guessing. Okay? So start guessing and you could win this. US only, please. Right now, it's too hard to send anything out of the country. It's hard to even get things delivered in the US. So, okay, there we go. We got a 27, a 26. Not yet, not yet. Karen Ayers. Okay, Karen Ayers. She guessed, whoop, there it is. Number 9, Karen Ayers. Karen, send me your address. Okay, I'll have another giveaway Friday morning. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a great week.